Hi Pam, Merry Christmas. Hi Karen, thanks for joining me. I'm sitting on my basement steps because I want to give you a tour of my new craft space. It's not completely set up, but the finished basement is ready to go, and I've been working hard getting things down there and getting things organized. So I'm excited to share it with all of you. And let's go take a quick tour. I'll try not to do this. I've got my selfie stick, but I'm trying to do this without too much bouncing around. Hi Vicki and hi Danielle. Okay, so coming down the stairs, I did get a few things on the wall that were in my upstairs craft room. Let's see if I can adjust this. I love this. This is one of my favorite things. And believe it or not, that's a card made by the wonderful and talented Vicki Center, who's on my team. And then, of course, a favorite saying of mine, do what you love and love what you do. And then another collage craft project. Okay, so here we are. And over here is my, what's going to be like my little TV movie room. Just some extra living room space for us. Behind these doors, I have lots and lots of storage. So, yes, I have a lot to go through in there. And hopefully we'll soon find my card racks that I want to pull out and get put up. Here is my world map. That was a gift from Stampin' Up! On the incentive trip to Alaska 2 years ago. And I'm going to put it up on that wall. And then it's one of the maps that you can scratch away the gold surface so that a color appears beneath and shows you all the different places that you've traveled to. So I'm excited to get that on the wall. So glad I spent the money and got it framed too. Here's the bathroom, right? We always need an extra bathroom. So if I have company or crafters coming to stay with me, or team members, I can have an extra bathroom for people to use. And then this basically is the space. Okay. In this corner, I'll be putting my card racks. So I have all my cards on display and ready for sale. In this closet, you know, when they build houses, they tend to put things where homeowners would probably not choose them to be. And then they have to build out around 3 feet on the front and 3 feet on the back. So you end up with your equipment in this little room. So I am making this my sort of like my packaging shipping spot. And I can store extra things. I've got my Stampin' Up! Apron. In that space over there, that buffet is from my antique dining room set that belonged to my grandmother and then my mom. So I don't have a dining room in this house, and I really don't want to get rid of it. But I'm going to set up that area as kind of like a little sitting area where I'll have catalogs and people can sit and browse catalogs and write up their orders. Maybe I'll serve coffee and cookies, have bottled water, and I'll put out some chairs to make it welcoming and comfortable. Over here is all kinds of stuff that I need to go through and get organized and find a place for. But as we go back here, it kind of wraps all the way around back here. And then there's another door to unfinished space. But in this area, this is where I'll be hosting my stamp classes. And I'm also hoping to host small groups of scrapbookers and crafters that can come and spend an all-day Saturday or Saturday, Sunday, something like that. So I'll be setting up the tables over there. more card racks. And then this is my awesome workspace, and I just love it. The room I was using upstairs was a 10 by 10 room, and I thought it was going to work for me, but it just really felt very claustrophobic, and I was uncomfortable, and it was crowded. I had stuff everywhere, and then I would end up dragging stuff to the living room and the kitchen and the kitchen island, and I had stuff all over the house, and I just wasn't enjoying my house. It wasn't the respite, comfortable, welcoming home I need it to be. So I'm happy to have this down here. The one and only window is right there, an egress window, so I get some good light during the day. I use lots of IKEA Kallax storage cubes. You see all my punches. I've got a little Big Shot station for myself. And this is something I just found on a whim at Hobby Lobby. And it's actually magnetic. So it's marketed as a sewing pin holder. Because it's magnetic, you can't spill your pins. But I'm going to use it for dies. You know, you have all those little metal dies to keep track of those. If they're sitting in here, they're not going to get lost between using them. Here's a fun little thing. This is a gift I gave to everybody on my Stampin' Up! Team this year. Our team name is Merry Stampers, Merry, sort of a play on my name. And this is a fun thing that one of my customers' friends, Cindy Cooper, gave me, my own little UPS guy. So he sits on there. And I've got a little waste bin. This is being used as my recycle bin. And that's pretty much it. You can see all of my storage by Stampin' Up! Cubes. I've got all of my paper. The storage, paper storage comes from Stampin' Storage, which I really like. They are expensive, but very sturdy, and they do make a model that fits really nicely into the IKEA Kallax cubes. And then I've got some scrapbooking things and just some fun decorative things. I've got all my stamps. I still need to hang up the shelves on the wall, but they're fine there for now. And more storage, all those paper pumpkins I need to do. That is one of my New Year's resolutions, is to not let a paper pumpkin go past the month that I receive it. I have to complete it in the month that I receive it. So I hope you like that quick tour. We are now going to work on some projects, so hold on a minute. You might want to close your eyes while I flip the phone around here and get set up. Thanks everyone for joining me. I see Mary Lou is on. Karen has joined me. Okay, I think that's pretty good. This is the first Facebook Live I've done since I am doing probably in almost 2 weeks, because I was quite sick and did not have a good voice and too many coughing fits, and it just would not have been pleasant for you. But I've missed you all. I'm happy to be back. Let me get my computer on the right page so I can see any comments. But the focus of tonight's Facebook Live is showing you how to use, I can't find it here, is showing you how you can use your handmade cards for some very quick and creative packaging. So if you have not finished your Christmas shopping, or Christmas wrapping, I should say. If you haven't finished your Christmas wrapping, this may help you out a good bit. But it's also something that you can use all times of year, which is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to enlarge this, make sure I can see you all. Okay, I'm ready to roll. All right, that looks pretty good. I think the lighting is okay. Again, it's all a work in progress. So thank you for letting me share my new craft space with all of you. And I look forward to sharing it with you weekly as I work down here and prepare lots of projects to share. Okay, so, and I just mentioned paper pumpkin. I was not planning to use paper pumpkin. However, it came in the mail on Saturday, and I thought, well, I can still show you the projects I'd like to show you, but using my paper pumpkin kit instead. So some motivation to open the box right away and get busy. So this is the brochure for this month's kit, and it's called Something for Everything. And the reason for that is this awesome stamp set. The value in the stamp set alone makes me happy. So I'm thrilled about this because it's something you can use for so many different occasions. But really great. Feel better soon. So very sorry. Just because. Hey friend, it's your day. You're the best. Love you lots. Thank you. Good luck. Mr. and Mrs. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Let's celebrate. And many of those you can mix and match too. You can have let's celebrate on the outside of your card and put happy birthday inside. Or make your sentiment be congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Okay. So really fun to use. The kit makes 12 cards. So there are 3 different, card bases, 3 different card bases. Okay, my computer just stopped. I can see. Marilyn, thanks so much for sharing. I appreciate that. And if any of you others would share as well, I'm very grateful for your help. So it comes with 3 different card bases, and they can be used masculine, feminine, young, old, whatever. Some cute envelopes. You get 4 sheets of these gold stickers. There's just 3. You're going to use 1 sticker on each of the 3 cards, 3 designs. But when you've pulled off those 3 stickers, you have all of this left. So why not die cut some stars or other images or letters from these gold scraps, and you have instant stickers. Then you will get 4 sheets of these, and these again are all stickers, so easy to put the cards together. And then I received 2 sheets of these 3 different kinds of banners that you can stamp all or any of these sentiments on. Okay, so that's this month's kit. So let me show you, first of all, each of the cards close up. Okay, remember each has a pretty coordinating envelope. I love too that the back has a color on it. The inside is white, but a pattern on one side and a solid color on the back. Here's a congratulations, so great for many occasions. And here's the last one. And I love this so very sorry, just because it can be used for so many different things. So very sorry for your loss. So very sorry for the loss of your pet, the loss of your mother, whatever it may be. So a sympathy card, but it could also be things like so very sorry for the loss of your job. So very sorry you are hurting. So very sorry things didn't go your way. Whatever it could be, but just a nice way to tell somebody they're thought of, and that you empathize with them or sympathize. Okay, so now, I made each of the cards exactly like the directions in the kit showed me. But now I want to show you how I can make some quick gift bags incorporating these handmade cards. Okay, so you may have seen before when I've shown you how to cover and decorate any kind of paper bag. And I'll quickly show you that again. I don't know what I do with my, oh, here it is. So the very first thing you want to do on any of, with any of the bags is measure your bag. And they're all going to be different unless you buy a whole lot of them in a bulk package. Measure each one. And this is one I just got from like a farm market or something that I held on to. But I measured, it's 10 by, I believe this was 7, 10 by 7. So I've cut 2 pieces of cardstock, 10 by 7. Oops, that was in some ink, wasn't it? Whoops. And I'm going to add this one to the front. I like to just kind of line it up along the bottom. Like, whoops. Didn't work so well, did it? Yeah, I like to line up my bottom edges and then smooth it out. Now, if you also want to put one on the back side, flip it over, but fold this down, okay? Fold it down like that. This time I'm actually going to put the adhesive on the bag itself. And try it that way. You can also use multi-purpose glue, just some good strong adhesive. And when you put this one on, you basically are looking at the one you put on the front to kind of match up the sides. Do not worry if it's not perfect. You can see I'm off a tiny bit here. But they are not going to, nobody's going to notice this because you're going to have it decorated. If it really bothers you, pull it up and stick it back down, okay? Trying to make sure I'm caught up with comments. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Now here's one of the cards from that kit. Real simple, right? Instead of taking the time to decorate this, remember, you're in a hurry, you're in a pinch, you need it quick. Maybe it's a coworker's birthday and you just remembered, but you got a little something you can stick in a bag, okay? Use our clear envelopes, okay? And don't seal it, but tuck the flap in on the back side, okay? Put a little adhesive on. Whoops. I'm going to use my dimensionals instead. Just, the dimensionals work well, obviously. My fast fuse wasn't connecting with the cellophane so well. So that's why I'm switching to the dimensionals. Okay, so tuck that flap in, kind of crease it, and then the flap will stay tucked in. And then you just center it on your gift bag, like that. Okay? So if you keep some paper bags handy and some cellophane envelopes, clear cellophane envelopes handy, you can quickly and easily add some cardstock and a card to the front and make a lovely gift bag. Okay, here's another one. This bag was a different size. I believe it was, I measured 10.5 by 8. Okay, so I'm just going to add this sheet of cardstock to the bag front. One thing I'll say too is we have these ridges on the top where the paper was cut in the manufacturing. And this one just does not have a real nice edge. So I like to go beyond that and cover it up a little bit. So again, I'm going to line up the bottom of the cardstock with the bottom of my bag. Okay, And I'm just going to do the front now, but remember, if you want to do the back, you're just going to fold that flap downwards and then cut the same size cardstock. Now we're going to do something different with this card. Instead of sticking it on, we're actually going to use it as a closure for your bag as well. So you'll want to use your, let me think, classic label punch. Okay, and I'm going to be punching the fold of the card. Okay, and I only want to go in about halfway on my punch. Can you see that? Just like that. So I'm only punching halfway. Okay, you don't need a lot of space. Okay, now I need to scoot my punch to the right. Caught on a sticker here. Whoops, what am I caught on? Oh, I know. Let me just slip this off. I'm going to pull this sticker off and I'll stick it back on. There's a rhinestone in the center of that flower and my punch is getting caught on there. So now I'm going to line up this edge of the punch with the edge that I just punched out. Okay? And I want to make sure that I'm leaving some border over here. Obviously, you don't want to punch all the way across. Same thing's happening over here. And put that rhinestone there and it's just catching. So we'll flip it there. I'm going to slide the punch to the left of center, matching up the edges here, and then also leaving a little border to the left. Okay. So this is what I have. This is what I've cut out, and this is what I have left now. Okay, I think you can see that pretty well against the black. Now I'm just going to open that. Oops, gotta put that flower back on. And there you have a very simple closure for your bag. And it's kind of a nice, what I like to call a no-peek bag, because they're not going to be able to just look inside, peek inside, and see what the gift is. They have to take off the card, open it and read it, okay? And then they'll be able to see the gift inside. So a fun no-peek card, or bag, I'm sorry. It's a fun no-peek gift bag, okay? So there's 2 ways to use your cards to decorate gift bags. And here is a 3rd way. Okay, once again, when I'm just dropping that in my little recycle basket right next to me, and I love it. Okay, so once again, I measured the front, and I'm going to add some adhesive to the bag. Whoops. And then I will put my pre-measured, pre-cut cardstock on the bag. Okay. I start by matching up the bottom edges of the cardstock in the bag, just like that. And I press it down. And again, I'm just doing the front. If you want to do just the front, it's more than adequate. But if you decide you want to go a little bit, you know, a little bit nicer, go to the next step, then you cut the same size piece and adhere it to the back like I did on the first bag. Okay. Now I need a strip of cardstock. It can be the same color or something that coordinates, another coordinating color for your card. And this is going to be the same width as, at least I like to make it the same width as what I cut the cardstock for the bag. Same width as the bag and the cardstock. And it is 2 1/4 inches deep. Once again, I'm going to use my classic label punch, and I'm going to push it in as far in as it will go, okay? It's all the way in. And I like to start in the center. Okay, and you don't have to measure. You can, you can eyeball it and you're going to be pretty darn close, if not right on. I'm going to slide it to the right. And I'm going to slide it to the left. Okay, that's pretty good. I might have a little more space here, but not a big deal. The amount of space, or the size of the hole that you need, needs to be 5.5 inches. Okay, you can see I came up a little short here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to extend out farther. Okay, about that much on the right. And that much on the left. I'm not going to give you a specific amount, because if you would have perhaps a vertical card with the fold at the top, you don't need 5.5 inches across. You need to cover 4.25. Or you might have a larger card than the 4.25 by 5.5. Okay. So what I'm going to do is stick my card in like that. I am not going to adhere the card to this piece of old olive cardstock. I'm not going to adhere the card to the strip. Okay. Ladies, I hope you're still with me. Show me some love, some hearts, some thumbs up. Throw out a comment if you're enjoying the projects you're seeing. I would appreciate it. So where I'm going to put my adhesive is on the sides of the strip. And I'm going to go across the top of the strip. Again, snail adhesive will work well for this. You could even use dimensionals if you like. Certainly our multi-purpose glue. By the way, here's a fun tip. I went to an event that Brian King hosted in November, and he gave us a fun little shot glass with his event logo on it and a multi-purpose glue. And how nice this is. I thought, how cool is this? Doesn't take up any space, but your glue is always ready to use when you store it tip down, okay? Oh, I have another tip to show you today that I discovered that I thought was so fun. Okay, so now you decide where you want to put your strip with the card hanging on it. It could be center, it could be near the top, it could be whatever you want it to be, all right? I think I'm just going to put mine right about there, and the card will hang approximately in the center of my bag. Okay. So the recipient will just pull your card right out. You'll already have a message written in there for them. But isn't that fun? Quick and easy. Okay. Now, if you already have a bag that is decorated or printed somehow, and you have a card that coordinates with it, you don't even have to cover it with cardstock, okay? You could just make your strip. Same thing here. If you have a bag that's decorated that the card would coordinate with, just punch that window out of your card fold. And same thing here, okay? But if you're like me, I just buy some brown paper bags and white paper bags in a couple of sizes. I like to have them on hand, and then I just go to town decorating them. And one of my favorite ways is to cover them in cardstock and then use the cards for decorating them. Okay, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Facebook Live. If you have, definitely comment, and please do share so that other crafters can enjoy this video as well. And the other reason you want to do some commenting is because I'm going to give away the set of 3 cards I made from my paper pumpkin kit. Okay, so I'm going to be sending out a card, 1 card each to 3 different people. So if you are still with me and have not yet commented, or if you want to comment again, please do so, and you might just be one of the lucky winners of tonight's cards. Ladies, on this beautiful Christmas Eve, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope that you will be celebrating the holiday with family and friends, and that you will feel the love and the peace and the joy of the Christ child. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you find happiness and joy and peace in the holiday that you do celebrate with the ones you love. Have a great week. Merry Christmas. And let's see, I'm not sure when I'll be back. Thursday is, I have to think, 24. So perhaps the day after Christmas. I'll have to see what my girls are up to and if we plan to do something. But I may put out a quick Facebook Live on Thursday. Otherwise, I will see you again next Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on Stampin' Scrap with Mary Knabe. Okay? If you do decide to place an order in the next few days, I would appreciate it if you'd use my December host code. I have mailed the January-June mini catalog as well as the celebration brochures. Those went out to customers who have purchased from me since last January, beginning of the year. If you do not receive yours in the next week, please let me know and I'll drop some in the mail for you. Or if you are not a current customer of mine but are in need of a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business, and I'd be happy to start that off by sending you some new catalogs. All you have to do is message me and we will take care of that. Have a great night. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your week. Thanks for watching.